Good evening. Tonight we're going to go over languages a little bit in the Advanced Dungeons and Dragons game. And I've come up with a system that it complicates things a little bit. But because characters can ultimately speak so many languages, it just stands the reason that they might not know how to read and write these languages, that they can just speak them. So let's start this. Sure, characters know how to speak many different languages in the game of Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, but they shouldn't automatically know how to read and write them too. Here then is a quick little system I came up with, figuring out how characters can read writing. To keep it simple, follow this uncomplicated ruling. If a character can read a certain language, then it can be written by him as well. Please note, this ruling has no bearing on the thieves' skill read languages, which are deciphered quickly and then forgotten about just as fast. To begin with, any character that has an intelligence score of over 7 automatically gets to pick one language to be able to read and write. This will probably be common. If you have a 13 or more, then it becomes 2. And if a character has an intelligence of 18 or higher, it becomes 3. Everyone has a chance to read and write, albeit poorly, other written languages. Take an 8-sided die and roll against your remaining languages. If the number on the die is equal or below the score you need, then you may read that language. So we'll say a warrior, which usually sticks his intelligence in the middle. We'll say he's got a 13 intelligence. So right away, we'll say it's an elven character. So he's probably going to put his languages that he can speak, read, and write. If he's, again, 13 or more, probably Elven and Common. So, and we're going to say at 13, we'll say he gets we'll say he gets, I think, 3 or 4 more languages. I don't have the book out in front of me. But, so 13 down here, if you look, it says that he must roll a 4 or lower on an 8-sided die. And we'll say he gets to learn, we'll say 3 or 4 more languages. Okay, so I'm going to roll the die here. So 3, 4, 2, 2. Things went absolutely great for him. And of course, being an elf, living a very long time, he had years and years to study these languages. Every language that he can speak, he can also read and write, which is a great boon in the game, especially for someone like him. I only say this because it's sort of like an ignorant age. For the Dark Sun campaign setting, no formal schooling is available in that world, so it's less likely one knows how to read at all. Instead of rolling a die 8, roll a die 10. For all intelligence scores, only intelligence of 12 plus may automatically know how to read one language. Again, you can have up to scores of 20 in that game system. You roll 5 die 4 to get your scores for Dark Sun. So things are a little bit different in that campaign, in that game. All right, that's all. Maybe you can use this, maybe you can't. Maybe you think it's bad. That player should be able to automatically read and write any language they pick, but it doesn't really affect the game in a negative light. There'll always be somebody in the party that can read, and it's a little bit more special if say you can pass notes and other things like that the rest of the party members just can't decipher because they're smart enough to, but they just don't know how to read. All right, good night.